This garment was made in a short notice. I literally got told that there is an event, corporate dinner, and I had only 4 days to design, to actually come up with the idea, then to develop a pattern, and to actually assemble this garment. And it was a black tie event. So there was some demand for something more upscale, for something special. This is how this jumpsuit was born. So basically, with the time constraint that I had, I did not have time to order some special fabric from online stores. I didn't have time to actually think much about what to do, so I had to work with whatever I had accessible, readily accessible, and it was literally Joanne. I got this black cotton sateen fabric with a little bit of sheen to it, and it's not like overwhelmingly shiny fabric. With its thickness, with its density, with its weave, with a very smooth surface, it gives this upscale feel. The drawback of the fabric that I chose was that it attracts literally all lint. So you will be surprised how much dust is in the air when you just handle this fabric. Then when I started developing this design, the easiest choice for me was to turn it specifically into jumpsuit as opposed to the dress. And then I think that jumpsuits, when they are designed properly, when they have some X factor to them, they make a little bit stronger impression. I needed efficiency because again I was short on time, and in 4 days it's really difficult to make some sophisticated garment. What I ended up doing, I took the pattern for the trousers that I already had, and the only thing that I needed to design from scratch was the top. And that was a little bit challenging because I wanted to make an open back top, open back jumpsuit, and in general one of the themes of my personal brand is to use ballerina core. In general, ballet was something that I was super into growing up, and at 4 it was something that I truly passionately wanted to do, and in general it was my dream thing to be a ballerina, to be into choreography world. So this ballet theme, ballet aesthetics is something very dear to my heart, and open-backed leotard style garments, you will see a lot of them in the clothes that I make. And this jumpsuit was also following this theme. But I took slightly different turns in the process of working on this jumpsuit. Initially I went with a more conservative design as opposed to doing something radical. I really wanted to go with this deeply cut back. Now check this out. I attached it and it holds. I can enter it. It's amazing. So here I have platform sandals that are fully covered by pants, which is what I wanted. I wanted no shoes showing. On the back we have this, and I'm actually thinking to make a deep V here down to the underwear. I think it'll be super cool because it looks very defensive. It's like total overwhelming black full coverage suit, and then having this on the flip side I think will be pretty cool. And then we'll need to invent something to hold it on the shoulders reliably. Right now it does, but there's still a risk. So if I ever do something like this, it doesn't fall actually. But it came at an expense of comfort, so to speak, because when you're designing a jumpsuit, you have several points, several things that you need to keep in mind and balance. This is why designing this jumpsuit, actually fitting it, tailoring it, was a separate huge task for me, because you have groin piece that needs to be comfortably placed and fitted. Then you have shoulders, and then you need to also adjust them in a way that you cannot afford any extras, because if there is any looseness in the front or in the back, then the jumpsuit will just fall because the back has no support. It's the whole weight of the garment is held literally on the shoulders and very small shoulder pieces. This is why this was a huge balancing game for me to actually make this jumpsuit fit properly. And in general, in wear, it actually demands you to hold the proper posture. Otherwise, it will start shifting, it will start moving. But for the evening event, in general, for self-discipline, I think it's a really good idea, a really good concept to utilize, because it gives you this royal posture, very well aligned body, very welcoming and open body language. It actually plays an advantage, and it's that technical mechanism that also adds to the formality and adds to the special occasion feel of this garment. And when I was also analyzing how to possibly secure the back, I had several different scenarios in mind because I could go with a more, again, it had a little bit of cute factor, do something more girly, do something more in your face, something bright. And this is where I was considering making a white muslin bow on the back that would actually secure the shoulders in place more. Then I also considered different design elements like a tiny little strap going across on the bottom, or several straps or some asymmetry, or even the ballet shoe pattern, crisscross straps. However, I ended up going with a pretty gothic with pretty decadent design, and I made this strap across. It ended up not playing almost any function. It does secure the jumpsuit just a little bit, but because it's asymmetric, because it's slanted, it actually does not do much in terms of functionality. But then when I kept working on this piece, and it was literally day and night of adjustments, fitting, of putting things together, I realized the night before the event, I made it of maxi length such that it has floor length when I'm wearing it with the heels, with pretty high heels. I decided to dilute this monolith a little bit, and I added slits towards the bottom of the pants, and I decorated them in a way we see that done on the button-down shirts. So I made those plackets on the bottom of the pants, and they impart a little bit playful, a little bit ironic touch to the pants, making it a little bit less pretentious, a little bit less heavy. So I really love that piece, and it was really worth making because, again, it was a very extreme night for me because I even didn't have any time to record the footage as I was working on these plackets, because literally every second mattered at that point. I was incredibly tired. I was working nearly in the dark. It was really rewarding to see the result afterwards. I really enjoyed it. Then in terms of other style pieces there, I made sleeves a little bit elongated, such that they cover half of the palm, because that also adds this extra touch. Sleeves are extra long and tight and fitted. They have a dart on the elbow to make it more anatomically shaped, and then the top of the sleeves, they are gathered on the back, adding some volume there. So if I was to summarize the key features, descriptors of this jumpsuit, I would say that it has this gothic, at the same time ironic, at the same time a little bit ballet core, but at the same time diluted with something dark. And I think it was a really great representation of me, of my personal style, because I was wearing it expecting to meet a lot of people that I've never met before, and I wanted to be as natural as possible. I wanted to be as authentic as possible. I didn't want to hide behind my garment. And at the same time, I wanted to be cozy. I wanted to be in my own skin, such that nothing clashes, such that I don't have anything that would interrupt my normal attitude. I just put salt spray in my hair, embrace the natural wave, and usually style my hair. When I want to go for this look, I literally just wash my hair, shampoo, conditioner, and then I lay down, and I kind of spend some time in the bed because that encourages the curls to form. That gives my hair some more wavy, more grungy look. And then I finish it up with salt spray when my hair is almost fully dried. And in terms of makeup, I don't usually use any skin coverage ever. And so that event was no exception, and I just put a little bit of mascara and a little bit of lip gloss, and brushed my eyebrows with a transparent gel. That was pretty much it. And then the shoes, I have nice shoes from Mango. They're pretty minimalistic. I had a tiny little bag that I normally wear, that I normally carry, and I also added a drop of perfume, one of my favorite perfumes, I should say, Maison Margiela, on a date. So I was really happy with how it turned out. I actually received a couple of requests from people who followed me on Instagram to design, to make such jumpsuit for them. But unfortunately, this specific model requires a very precise fit. You can only do it in person, you cannot do it online, you cannot make it to order necessarily unless a person is willing to provide super precise measurements. But I think to fit something like that, you really need to have a person present with you, because the fit of this jumpsuit is also largely determined by what posture you're willing to assume at most times. Because again, you're balancing both the pant and then the front and then the back. It's a challenging thing. It's only really delicately supported garment. And I want to show you the video that I made as a presentation for this jumpsuit. Thank you for watching.